guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a get ready with me. I'm going out tonight for my brother-in-law's birthday dinner, so I figured while the kids were sleeping that I would just film myself doing my makeup since I will be wearing makeup today, so why not just use up the opportunity to film it. This won't be a talk through video, this will be a voiceover, just for the simple fact that my kids are sleeping, so hope you guys are okay with that. I love the way that this look turned out. I wanted something like, originally I was going to go for no eyeshadow and kind of bold lashes, but then I saw that I had those Kylie things back there and I've never used it, so I kind of wanted to test it out. So I ended up going with this look right here, and I love the way it turned out. It's like simple but not simple, no wing liner, just kind of like a smoked out shadow. Kind of similar to the Valentine's Day look that I did where I smoked it out a little bit, and I'm so obsessed with that technique. I've literally been doing it on a lot of clients and it's been like my go-to technique. I just love how sexy and sultry it makes it look. And I didn't go for a matte just because I'm not trying to be at dinner eating food and worrying about if I'm missing lipstick. So I know that this is gonna come off, but it's so like natural and nude that if it comes off, it's whatever, you know what I mean? You feel me? Also, I don't know if you guys can notice, I'm missing a mirror back here. I sold my mirror and I'm getting a newer one from Impressions Vanity, and I cannot wait until it gets here. But other than that, what else do I have to tell you guys? Oh, if you guys can interact with me down below in the comments, let me know what you guys are interested in seeing next, or just interested in seeing for my channel in general. If you guys like hauls, if you guys like fashion hauls, how-to looks, and first impressions, reviews, like whatever you guys want to see, let me know down below, because right now it's what I'm really into for my channel is just creating looks for you guys, not really necessarily you guys copying the exact same products that I use, basically just showing you how to create certain looks like cut creases, how to put colors together, techniques, all that kind of stuff. I love to create different eye looks, so that's just what I'm all about. But I do notice that a lot of people, like the more viewed videos are more of like how to do hair, how to do certain things, or like hauls. So I kind of just want to know like what you guys like to see. I'm still going to create looks just because that's who I am, but I kind of just am interested in like pleasing you guys and knowing what you guys want to see next. So if you guys could let me know, that would be great. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys like this little outfit that I got. I picked it up from Forever 21 and I'm so obsessed with it. It's so freaking cute. Anything olive and high neck, me, all day, every day, olive, high neck, choker, yeah, that's basically it. Anyway, so I will stop rambling now. I hope you guys enjoy this video and enjoy this get ready with me, and I hope you guys pick up some new tips and tricks or some inspiration from this video. And if you aren't subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that little button down below before you go, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Stupid screensaver.
Okay, so we're going to take the MILANI Make It Dewy spray. I love using this spray just to really hydrate and prep the skin before we apply any makeup. Now going into the NYX concealer palette, I'm going to take any of the concealers and go ahead and place that all over my lids and blend it out. Once that is blended out, we're going to jump into Mirage from the Make Up Geek Mega Matte palette. Place that all over my lids just to really set that concealer so we have a very clean and smooth canvas before we apply any shadow. So now jumping into Make Up Geek's Desert Sand. I'm using a Sigma E40 and I'm dusting that back and forth into the crease and bringing it outwards a little bit towards my temple. This is going to create an illusion of a cat eye without having to have a wing kind of look. It's going to be kind of winged out with just the shadow, if that makes any kind of sense. You just want to go ahead and continue that technique with everything that we're going to be placing on our lids, just dragging it out towards the temple. I'm going to continue to build up that color until I get the intensity that I want. Now jumping in to Preppy by Make Up Geek, which is a shade up and a little bit of a taupier brown. We're going to do the exact same thing that we were just doing it, dusting it out towards the temple and dragging it in kind of in a straight line all the way towards that inner corner. So you really want to just continue to blend until you get everything very seamless and very flawless. So now jumping into Kylie Cosmetics Camo Pot Eyeshadow. This is an olive green, basically a camo kind of color. I'm going to use my finger to apply this all over the lid and really blend it out. What I like about her shadows in the pots is that they seem really like fuzzy and like very smooth. I don't know how to explain it. It kind of feels like hair-like, but it's not. I don't know. It's just a really flawless application, and I love this color with the crease colors. It just gives me a very like sexy, sultry kind of like camo-y vibe. I don't know if that made any kind of sense to you guys. So we're gonna go back in with that brush and just blend everything together and make sure we don't have any harsh lines. Once we are done blending that out, I'm going to jump into Make Up Geek's MOCHA and switch brushes to a Morphe M330. This is really a precise blending brush because it is tapered at the end. So you want to place this color between the two transition colors and the lid color. This is going to really add some dimension into the eye and help everything really flow together. So you want to continue dragging this out towards your temple because we are wanting to achieve that cat eye smoky kind of effect without having to have a wing liner. So you just want to continue to build up that color until everything seems really blended out and very seamless. Then jumping into like an olivey green kind of brown color. The color is High Tea by Make Up Geek as well. I love this color. I kind of want to do an eye look with just that on the lid, like a matte olive green kind of look, but anyways, that's besides the point. So here I am taking a Sigma E25 and just placing that on the outer lid into like a V shape, dragging it into the outer part of the crease, making sure that you're flipping it upward towards that temple and then flicking it outwards once you blend that into the crease. Now switching back to that Morphe M330 and just making sure everything's really blended out and seamless. Now taking Make Up Geek's Chickadee, which is a bright orange kind of color, like peachy color, and we're taking that Sigma E40 and just popping that at the very top of the eye look just to really add some pop of color and dimension. I felt like this brought everything right back in together. Now going into another Kyshadows pot. This one is called Yellow Gold, I believe. We're just going to dab that on with our fingers into the center of the lid, kind of creating a halo effect, but really just adding a pop of color to that lid. And I love the way that this looked on top of that olive green. It really brought out like a greeny kind of gold color. Then we're going back in with High Tea on the outer corner, just adding that back in and then blending everything together so everything seems very seamless and flawless. Just going back in with Chickadee, just repeating all the steps as you can see. Now we're going to add on our brows, and what a difference. Now going into the Tartelette palette, I love Tarte's Black Shadow. We're going to take this with a really defined liner brush and just pop that on to our lash line and just really diffuse it out with the Morphe blending, like a really precise blending brush, just to add a little bit of a smoky effect without having to add some wing liner, and just blending that out. And then you're going to see me go back in with that black and add that all the way across the lash line just to really smoke it out, and then pop it towards that outer lid, really flicking it outwards. Now, because of all the blending that we did, we're going to go back in with that yellow gold, just pop it right back into the center just to bring out the intensity once again, because since we blended out, we might have lost some of that. So then starting off with our face, we're going to take Benefit's Professional Primer and place that onto our cheeks wherever we have a lot of pores. So our cheeks and the top of my forehead, just really pushing it into the skin. Now going in with NYX Liquid Highlighter, I'm going to take this on top of my Beauty Blender and just place that on the high points of my cheeks before I apply any foundation, because if you apply this before foundation, it just gives you a natural dew and a natural glow to your face underneath the foundation, if that makes sense. And taking Benefit's Erase Paste, I love using this. I believe I used the shade Light in this, or Deep. I'm pretty sure it was Light. We're only going to place this to the inner part of our eyes just to really cover that halo up. And you don't want to blend it out. What you want to do is you just want to dab it into the skin and really push it in. And then taking EX1 foundation, I believe I used 8.0. I'm going to apply that all over my face. You guys see me do this 1,000 times, and you guys already know EX1 is one of my favorite foundations. It's really an Invisiwear. Like, it's exactly what it is and exactly what it says. It's an Invisiwear foundation. It really is skin-like, and it doesn't look cakey at all. It looks like your skin, but just better. Once I am done blending all that out on my face, I am going to go in with the best drugstore, in my opinion, concealer, Maybelline Master Conceal in the shade Medium. I'm going to place this at the high points of my face, so my forehead, down my nose, my chin, and underneath my eyes, just to really conceal and highlight. And then I'm gonna also place that underneath my contour just to give myself a natural reverse contour without having to contour just yet. We're gonna blend all that out, and then once we're done blending that out, I'm gonna go in, of course you guys know, with my handy dandy AIRSPUN powder, and just go ahead and set all that. I'm not really gonna bake. I'm just gonna go ahead and place the powder and then dust it away immediately once everything is blended out. Now jumping into the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette just to bronze and contour our face, I'm going to go into that middle shade right there using a Morphe M527, and we're going to dust that at the sides of our foreheads, along my cheekbones, and underneath my jawline, just to really bronze and contour up the skin. And then I'm going to go back into that palette and just take the first shade in that with another Morphe brush. It's basically the same brush, just a little bit smaller, and I'm going to use this to really contour. So I'm going to keep this a little bit further back, just about halfway in from where I bronze, just to give myself that light contoured look. I am getting so tongue twisted today. Now jumping into nose contouring, I'm going to stick with that same first color and just go ahead and chisel out my nose a little bit just to give me a slimmer effect. I really don't feel like I need this. I just feel like it kind of pulls in the whole contoured look together. It makes everything seem very symmetrical. Now jumping into the Morphe 9B palette, which is their first blush palette that they have, I'm going to dust these two colors on the apples of my cheek, dragging it backwards towards my hairline. And then going into the Anastasia Glow Kit, I'm going to take Dripping in Gold and mixing it with the yellow color. And I'm going to spray my brush with a little bit of setting spray. I think I use the MILANI Make It Dewy, and place that to the top of my cheekbones. I'm honestly not too much of a fan of this. Yes, it makes the color pop a little bit, but I felt like it was a little bit difficult to blend out. So as you can tell, I am placing it everywhere, and once I am done placing it everywhere where I would normally highlight, I'm going to go back in with that beauty blender and kind of make it sink into my skin and blend it out a little bit. Because it was wet, I felt like it was just a little bit harder to blend out. Now that I am done with my face, I'm going to go back in with that Make It Dewy spray and just set everything again so that everything seems very skin-like. And then I'm going to go into that AIRSPUN and just really carve out any underneath my contour, just in case I got a little bit sloppy with that contour and bronzer. And I'm going to do the same thing to my nose just to really give myself a chiseled nose. And here I'm really impressed with the Morphe Me brushes from last month, so I decided to give it a try, and I actually really like the brushes that they sent. I kind of want to try this big fat one for foundation, but I'll let you guys know how that goes. So now going into the under eye, we're going to go back in with Desert Sands and just really buff that underneath the lash line, dragging it all the way up, continuing that cat eye kind of technique and bringing it all the way into the inner corner. Then we're going to go back in with High Tea and just do the exact same thing that we just did with that Desert Sands color. You want to drag it to continue it up to the cat eye and then bring it all the way into the inner corner. This really makes the cat eye just really come all together and make it look really cat eye-y. I know I sound really crazy because I'm repeating the same words over and over. Then we're going to take Chickadee just to add a little bit of pop of color underneath that lash line. Then jumping back into that Tartelette palette, we're going to take that black just to give me a little bit more of a smoky effect using that same small definer brush. I'm going to go ahead and line about halfway in on my lower lash line. And once I have done that, I'm going to go back in with no additional product on this brush right here and just buff out and flick that black up towards that cat eye and just really blending it out and making it look really smoky. I love using this trick to make the look smoky without being necessarily an intense smoky eye. And then we're going to go into this Rimmel Eye Kohl and Nude just to really make those eyes pop. I'm going to line my lower lash line with this nude color just to really open up my eyes. Once we are done with that, I'm going to add some falsies, and of course, you guys guessed it, I'm going in with Flutter Lashes by Makeup Shayla and ISLAY, and I broke these that night and I am so sad about it. Here I am taking MAC's SISS lipstick, which is my baby. I love that lipstick. As you can tell, I've basically used it all up. Then I'm topping that off with Anastasia's Gilded lip gloss and setting my entire face with Urban Decay setting spray, and the look is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed that makeup look. But moving on to hair. So I don't know if you guys can notice, but my hair is super greasy. Oh my God, I just keep spraying my face. I don't stop. I can't stop. But anyways, my hair is super greasy and super dirty, so we're not going to be wearing it up tonight, which is totally okay because I'm going to go for this high neck romper kind of look, which wearing my hair down probably wouldn't look that good anyways. So I'm going to put my hair in a high pony. So in order to do that, I'm going to brush my hair back with this Tangle TEEZER brush very tightly, and I'm going to bring it all together with a hair tie. And you want to make sure that you don't have any like patches or any like bumps in your hair, so you want to take your time really brushing your hair to make everything smooth even underneath. And once you have that hair in a high pony very tightly together, I'm going to take this teaser brush, and I'm gonna bring out my baby hairs on the side. I like to call it like my J-Lo chonga kind of look, but I love really flattening those edges up top because I feel like it gives me like a really sexy vibe. I don't know, it might just be me. So I'm gonna spray it with some hairspray and really lay down those little baby hairs, just, you know, trying to be J-Lo. And then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go ahead and spray my entire head, flatten everything out. And then what I like to do with ponytails is I like to go underneath the pony and bring out a small little piece, and I'm gonna wrap that around the hair tie so that when my hair is in a ponytail, you can't see that hair tie. I actually needed to bring out a bigger piece of hair, but it's okay. I have super thin hair, so it ended up being okay. So you just wanna wrap that in a circle around your hair tie so that you can't see that hair tie when your hair is in a ponytail. And once you're done wrapping it, you're just gonna bobby pin it down. And now what I like to do is I like to go in with this OUAI texturizing hairspray. Oh my God. And I would like to spray my pony before I curl it because this adds a lot of texture and a lot of volume to my ponytail. And since my hair is very fine, I have a lot of it, but it is very fine, I need to add as much volume as I can. So then what you want to do with this curling iron is you're going to take one piece and you're going to wrap it away from your head and hold it there for a minute. And once you're done holding it, I like to hold it in my palm for like a couple seconds just to really solidify that curl. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to drop it and then I'm going to pick up another piece of hair and I'm going to wrap it forward. What I like to do with wrapping it backwards and wrapping it forward, I feel like once I brush out my hair, it lets the hair look a lot more natural than having everything go in one way. It's like more of like a messy ponytail. I don't know if that makes sense. It just gives it more of like a natural curl than having everything really fall together in one ponytail and one wave, if that makes any kind of sense. So you want to wrap away from your hair and then wrap forward as you switch little pieces. Once I'm done curling my hair, I'm just going to run my fingers through my ponytail as much as I can, and then I'm going to take the brush and only brush the ends of the hair. I can only do this with my hair just because of the way my hair is, but if you guys want to brush your entire pony, just feel free to do that. So once I'm done doing that, I'm going to take the very top of that ponytail, pull it up, and then just tease that top just to like the crown of the pony, just to give myself a little bit more volume up there. Like I said, guys, my hair is super thin, so I struggle with volume. So I'm just gonna tease that, and then I'm gonna go in and spray my hair a little bit more with that texturizing spray. And once I am done adding some of that, I'm gonna go back in with that hairspray and just really set everything that I just did with this Garnier anti-humidity hairspray. I love this hairspray and I really stand by it. And that completes this hair look. And then on to getting dressed, I picked out this romper from Forever 21, and that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, this makeup look, this get ready with me. And if you aren't subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that little button down below before you go, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.